Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to one and all, and welcome to SGI Dynamic Speakers. I'm Alicia Chia, your friendly SAA or Sergeant at Arms, and I'll be helping to make sure the meeting is well organized. Today, we have the team. Our team is called Unconsciously. So I hope everybody doesn't unconsciously press the stop video button. Why so? Because we want everyone to show their beautiful faces. Now, you may think you are not beautiful, but beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. Unless you have a meeting or at work, then all you need to do is click all the way down to the stop video button. But if you are available and have no reasons to stop the video, please show your video because we would like to see your lovely faces. So without much ado, I would like to pass on the baton to our Toastmaster of the day, Corey Melanie. Over to you, Corey.
All right, thank you, Alicia, for such a very great, interesting opening for everyone to start this chapter meeting. Hello, everyone. My name is Corey Melanie. It's my pleasure to serve you as a Toastmaster of the day tonight. Today's meeting is Unconsciously. As we begin the new year 2021, let's have a bright new beginnings of an exciting new year. How we can do that? Yes, we can replacing our old negative programming of your mind by rewiring a new habit into your brain. Human brain always say, give me the direction, command, picture, schedule, and the result you want. I will do it for you. Give me the words. Whatever we give our thoughts to, it becomes true. By focusing on the negative will come to pass. We become what we think about. There is a famous saying from Lao Tzu, is a Chinese philosopher. Watch your thoughts, for they become the words. Watch your words, for they become actions. Watch your action, for they become habits. Watch your habits, for they become character. Watch your character, for it becomes your destiny. Sometimes we do not say nice things to ourselves, but we can start say kinder things today. I will give you some example affirmation that might change your thought process. You can try this to say this affirmation to yourself. I am grand. I have a star potential. I'm gifted. I'm doing a fantastic job. I'm genuine. You can read more on this positive affirmation from the book, You Are What You Think. Positive Things to Say to Yourself by Lisa Richard. You can find it on Amazon. So by reading this, saying to yourself out loud, you can build a self-confidence. We are what we think. So choose thoughts that empower you. Okay, so let's warm things out and we can do a short introduction around or what you can feel or think about the theme on unconsciously. Let's start the ball rolling. I'll see some new faces here. Maybe we can start with Plinio Neto. You may want to share your short intro, where you're coming from, and maybe you can share your thoughts about our theme tonight, unconsciously. Hi, Plinio.
Guys, is it to me? Sorry. I was flying away. Thank you very much. Plinio Neto, my name. I am 59 years old, married. I live in a small city, not so small, 350,000 inhabitants. It's called Praia Grande. It's in the state of São Paulo, in the southeast of Brazil. This is my first time here with you, and I really appreciate your invitation. Thank you very, very much.
Welcome.
I belong to a club in the United States of America, and all guys speak in Portuguese. This is my first international, as a matter of fact, because my colleagues, my friends up in the United States speak in Portuguese, my language, the same, although they live there. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Plinio. I see also there is some new faces. Harriet Russell, do you want to say where you're coming from, and do you have some opinion about the theme tonight, unconsciously? What does it mean to you?
Hi, everybody. I'm Harriet Russell. I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina in the US. This is my first time here with the international.
Welcome.
Pardon?
Oh, no, I'm saying welcome.
Oh, thank you. This is my first time here with the International Toastmasters, and I'm so excited. I used to be a member of my local Charlotte Toastmasters, but they stopped and they closed down, and I've been looking for somewhere else to connect. So when I saw this option for the Singapore International, I got excited because it allowed me to meet new people. I love to travel, and being that COVID is happening, coronavirus is happening, I feel I can virtually travel the world just from my desk. So I'm so excited about that. I am a recently certified wellness empowerment coach. So I felt that Toastmasters would be a great way to connect to other people with the same concept, like mindedness, and looking for encouragement, support, getting my talks down, trying to, be able to express myself without the arms and the you-knows, because that's what I was learning before. So, and the topic for today is in line with my theme for the year, which is living with intention. Being mindful, being purposeful with everything that I do. So I do connect with the topic for today, and I'm eager to learn and hear and share more about it. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Harriet Russell. Okay, let me see who is around. There is a Abu Bakar. Hi, Abu Bakar. Abu Bakar Gimba.
Yes,
Hi,
hello, how are
where
you?
you are? Yeah, do you want to self intro where you are coming from, so we
Sure,
can
sure,
get to know you better?
sure. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Abubakar Gimba. I'm the Secretary of Lighthouse Prestige Toastmasters Club here in Nigeria. I am currently joining
Oh,
you guys from Nigeria here. So far, I'm looking forward to a wonderful time. Ever since the pandemic started, just like Harriet mentioned, I was going through clubs globally. It's amazing what you can learn from around the world. So I was just checking clubs on Toastmasters International, and then I stumbled upon your club, and then I sent a message, and someone got back to me. So this is my first time joining your club, and I really look forward to a good time. And this is my
what?
first Toastmasters meeting for the year. So
Wow.
yeah.
Privileged to have you here. What time is there in Nigeria?
Right now it's 2:15 p.m. 8th of
PM?
January.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
The time
Welcome.
difference is not so far, I think. Yeah. So
Okay, thank you, Abu Bakar. Let me see who is around. Also, we have Edith Nikosi. Hi, Edith. Do you want to intro yourself, where you are coming from?
Yes, hi everyone. My name is Edith Pinkosi from South Africa. I'm the Vice President membership of Gold Reef Toastmasters, and also I stumbled across your information or the link to your meeting on Facebook, I think. And yeah, this is my second meeting of the year, the international one, because yesterday was it yesterday? The day before, I was with the Seymour Johnson Air Force Base in the US. So I'm also making use of this virtual platform to connect with everybody around the world as much as I can. So I look forward. This is my first time visiting your club, but I think I have visited some clubs in Asia. So I look forward to being a regular visitor. Thank you.
Happy to have you here tonight. Thank you, Edith.
Thank you.
Hi, Golden Academy. Ekdemir. Is it how to, do I pronounce your name correctly? Hi.
Yes,
Hi, Gulden.
yes, thank you. Thank you. I'm a member of Istanbul Toastmasters.
Oh, Istanbul, welcome.
Istanbul. Yes, it's afternoon here and we have lovely weather for a winter. It's 17 degrees. I'm a member of Istanbul Toastmasters in the last 3 years. I'm now the vice president in charge of education. We have curfew, lockdown, whatever in Turkey now. So I decided to join another club and it's afternoon now. So I just wanted to join you. Thanks for accepting me as a guest. And I wish you a great meeting.
Thank you, Gulden. Actually, I'm planning to visit Istanbul either this year or next year, but we'll see if the travel ban has lifted. I'm looking forward to a new adventure in Middle East.
Please visit our club. We meet on Wednesdays. Istanbul Toastmasters. Please visit our.
Okay. I see there is a Marutas. Hi, Marutas. How are you? Hi, Marutas. Do you want to give a short intro where you are now? Oh, we can't hear your voice. Okay, maybe the internet connection. Hey, yes, now we can hear you. Maybe you need to rejoin if, let's say, your internet connection are not stable. Okay, maybe we give Marutas a while. I'll see who else. There is a Mena Sipal. Mena Sipal. Hi. Do you want to turn on your video so we can see you?
Actually, I'm unable. I'm joining this call via my phone, and I'm unable to.
It's fine. It's fine. Where you are coming from?
I'm from India.
I see. Welcome to join us. Is it your first time here?
Thank you. Yes, this is my first time. I
Okay.
attended a few Toastmaster groups
Mm-hmm.
in India, and it was fun and very. It was a learning experience also. So last year I sent a request for joining this Singapore International Club.
Mm-hmm.
I was lucky to receive an invitation this time.
I see. Okay. Welcome, Menaxi.
Thank you.
All right. I think now is 9:20. Okay. Maybe we can start. So about the theme, I will encourage all of you to start creating a positive thought so that we can also create a positive phenomena. The great power is in your consciousness. Next, I would like to introduce the meeting helpers. There is a timer. Our timer is Dheeraj Naidu for tonight. Dheeraj like to write, run a podcast, and just trying to go through another life each day. Dheeraj, could you help to explain your role to the attendee, please?
Hello, everyone. So, hi, I'm Dheeraj. I'm the timer. Yes, I look very young. That is intentional. I have Facetune on this thing. So, anyway, so my role as a timer is just to make sure all the speakers stay on time with their speeches, and yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Dheeraj. And we will also have our table topic master, Toastmaster Hiren. Thank you for being our table topic master for tonight. We will also have a grammarian, which is a Toastmaster Angela Lansbury. Toastmaster Angela, could you explain your role and introduce the word of the day, please?
Thank you very much. I've put it in the chat box so that you could all refer to it. It's conscience, which is from the Latin meaning to know. And if you have a clear conscience, you have nothing to worry about. And if you have a bad conscience, you are worried that you're guilty about something. It is also the root of several other words. For example, conscientious, to be scrupulous and careful. And you can have a conscientious objector who on moral grounds refuses to do military service. And your subconscious is when something you're not even aware of is directing your actions, possibly a memory from long ago. That's your subconscious. And I'll put all the ideas in the chat box so you can look for it. And where I want you to use it, you could say, for example, I was very conscious when I was a child of such and such thing, or I was very conscious that the speaker was talking about all of us, or she has prepared her speech conscientiously. If you're an evaluator, I shall be listening also for good things you have to say and for very odd things. So please make sure that you use good grammar. Use grammarly.com if you're in any doubt. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Angela. Next, I will pass the stage to Willie Low, our club president, to give the opening speech for tonight.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, fellow Toastmaster and friends. When you are facing an important decision, others will sometimes tell you to postpone your decision and sleep on it first. In our case, it's our parents who gave us this advice. I guess most of us will do the reverse. Why? Especially when you go shopping. Ladies like to buy on impulse. So this decision always does. This unconsciously will not work for them. It's a belief many people intuitively share. It helps to put a problem aside for some time in order to arrive at a better decision. Sometimes waiting seems to help us differentiate between the vital and future. Postponing a decision helps us to base our decisions on the opposite reason. But does it false belief hold in a scientific experiment? A few years ago, some researchers did an experiment which people choose between four hypothetical apartments. The information was constructed in a way that one of the four apartments was objectively more desirable than the other three, in that it possessed more positive and fewer negative quality. However, this was not immediately evident as the apartment was described with a great information. After the experiment, participants read all the information about the apartments. They choose their favorite one either immediately or after a period of discussion, really which they did all the day. Their emphasis was that the latest group would continue to unconsciously think about the apartments while they was distracted. Indeed, our findings show that 37% of the participants who decided immediately choose the appropriate apartment, whereas 60% of the unconscious thinker choose the best one. Postponing a decision helps even if one does not consciously think about it anymore. We have learned, especially in the Western world, that conscious deliberation is the holy grail of decision making. This idea need to be revised. Sometimes conscious thought is more helpful, or sometimes unconscious thought is better. The important avenue for future research is to establish the circumstances when one strategy is better than the other. Perhaps we have learned the conscious deliberation is almost always good. Some people are surprised by our skeptical about findings that unconscious thought is helpful, or more generally, that we can perform every useful career operation without conscious guidance. However, our evolution history should make sure that it's not surprising at all. Decision making is much older than human conscious as we know it. As with all such ancient ability, we are generally quite good at them if we rely on our conscious. Many of you who have joined a Toastmaster club, whether in the past or present, have always do one thing. You shop around. You do not what I mean by shop around? Shop around for clubs that meet your needs, your culture, your timing. Do you shop around just because your friends are there? I do admit that some Toastmasters do prefer with a friend, but eventually when they will be lost interest in the committee because of various reasons. The reasons are time factor, that's the schedule of the meeting does not meet what they want. Travel time if you're talking about attending a physical club because it may be too far for where you stay or where your friends stay. So most of you will join a Toastmaster club at your time that is convenient to you. And most important is if it's online. So SGI dynamic speaker is good for you if you want to shop around as a Toastmaster to join a club because we are online every Friday except certain public holiday, and we meet at the same time that meet the three continents. Whereas the rest, I'm not talking bad about other. I mean the differences about this club is we meet at a time zone that meet the three continents: the Asia, the Europe, and the Americas. And that's where unconsciously you should join this club today. Over back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Mr. President, for an informative opening speech. Next, we will give a warm welcome to our table topic master, Toastmaster Hiren.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the evening. Before I begin, just want to check if my voice is coming okay. So if you can give me a thumbs up just to check my technicals, if my voice is coming okay. Perfect. All right. So today's table topics is something different, something more challenging, and something more interesting. And it deals with the topic or the theme for this evening's meeting, which is unconsciously. Our club president and our tabletop and our Toastmaster of the evening has explained us, the meaning of unconsciously. So I'm not going to waste everyone's valuable time in explaining the meaning of unconsciously, but I'm going to do a little bit of hypnotism today as a part of my table topics. And to do that, I would like to transition everybody for a quick 2-minute hypnotism exercise so that I can take you from a conscious state to an unconscious state so that you are ready to deliver my table topics. So for that, I'm going to quickly stop everyone's video for a moment, or if you can do it, just stop everyone's video for a moment till I do this exercise. So let's just blank out completely and let's just participate in this quick 2-minute transition exercise. So everyone off video, and I will do a quick share of the exercise I have in stop. So you do not need this. So just let's look at a quick hypnotism sound. You may close your eyes, just breathe in, and you do not need to look at the screen because it's just a YouTube video playing. But just concentrate, because I want to take you from a very conscious state to a very unconscious state of being, so that you can all be participative in this evening's table topics very, very unconsciously. Let the sounds of the gong change your state from a very conscious state of Toastmasters participating in table topics to a very unconscious state of Toastmasters participating in table topics. Watch, or we do this for another 30 seconds, and then we will stop this. Hopefully everyone would have got a little bit of unconscious moments as they come back. So another 20 seconds. All right, thank you very much. So you can all restart your videos, come on screen. For those of you who've been wondering what we did, I think this was an attempt to just invoke to an extent the unconscious within every one of us, because this table topics is going to be that. Now, when I was looking at the theme and when I was looking at what should be a perfect table topics for today, yeah, thank you very much, Alicia. My heart was also beating, but just wait for the table topics. Your heart beat will be even more faster. I promise that. All right. So while I was discussing on what table topics to do, and of course blend in the unconscious element, which was the theme of the day. As I've said before, today's table topic is slightly different. It is slightly direct. It is slightly hard hitting. From the very fact that, when you are in the unconscious state of being, we would like all of you to move from an unconscious state and move into a state where you can give us your thoughts or suggestions from the unconscious mind directly, without any biases or without any presumption. So it is your heart speaking. It is coming directly from within, without any filters added onto this. So as I unveil, I have had people who have already started nominating, saying that we want to participate. And one such individual is Joanne. So Joanne, I give you the first opportunity to open the table topics for me. Are you ready for this? Just a quick check.
Okay, Irene, if you insist. Thank you so much. Yes.
Perfect. So as we say, and I will just put in my screen a bit. This is the table topics as per the theme. Let me just bring the screen up. So the impromptu speaking section or table topics, the theme is unconsciously speaking. So we want you to unconsciously tell us what do you feel about the topic. It's 2021. We have the Singapore Dynamic speakers, the Exico, the club president, that VPE, all of them part of the meeting, and they're all listening to your unconsciously speaking bit. So they're listening to your thoughts. So what is it that we have? As always, this is a standard time sequence for our table topics. So 1 minute on green, 1.5 on yellow, 2 minutes on red, and 2:30 on after which you don't qualify for voting. So there are 7 sections, and being unconsciously speaking, I have the first one from Joanne coming up. So Joanne, unconsciously speaking, tell us your thoughts and suggestions on making the table topics in 2021 more interesting, sizzling, and spicy. So how, with your unconscious state of mind, can you tell us how this club can make the future table topics coming in 2021 more interesting, sizzling, and spicy? Joanne, take it away from here.
Resident fellow Toastmasters and guests, how can we make table topics interesting in 2021? I'm so honored to receive this topic because I always think about how we can have things which we can improve and take it to the next level in each and every area, regardless of how we do table topics or speeches or evaluation. So now I would like to today focus on table topics. Thank you so much, Hiren. In order to make our table topics interesting and spicy, I first firmly believe that we have to interact more and more in the beginning of our session. Corey did a perfect job today of having at least slight introduction in the beginning of our session, so that we come to know each other and bond well. Once we bond well, we will know that person, how that person is, and we can incorporate table topics based on that. Look at more quotes. I love quotes. Quotes are something which are always inspiring. How about picking up a theme? For example, if somebody, like for me, if I feel Mark Twain, because I want to be a good writer this year, then that's my resolution. And if you come to know me and by bonding, and so you can always pick Mark Twain and have his quotes coming up. If you know somebody else like Hiren, who wants like always to be pushing himself good, and so you can pick up his model leader, pick up quotes from what he wants to do, and pick up quotes from his favorite author or his idol. So my friends, I feel it's important to first bond with each and every member of us, know their needs, and pick table topics based on their needs. So that would be my recommendation to our vice president, as well as our VPE and our president. So take it from here. Thank you so much. And back to you, TMD.
Thank you very much, Joanne. Indeed, as we've said, unconsciously speaking, but consciously the president and the VP are listening today. So while they may be in the unconscious state, they are consciously going to make an effort to listen to list down to all this feedback which you've shared to make our table topics for 2021 more sizzling, spicy, and interesting. Thank you very much. Now, before I begin anyone who wants to nominate, because I have my magic wheel that will just bring out the names, but anyone more desirous to go next? If you can raise your hand or let me know, otherwise, I have the names ready with the computer will throw up. So asking people to get in their nominations first before the computer does their magic. So anyone wants to give it a try next?
I would like to nominate Harriet Russell.
Wonderful. Okay, so I have Kulraj as well, and I have Harriet. Harriet, are you willing to go in? All right, let's go with Kulraj first. Thank you, Kulraj, for nominating yourself. So let me. Okay, let me bring up. Yeah, I can hear you. Let me just bring up my table topics for you. So Kulraj, again, unconsciously speaking, and this is again, how do you, or what are your thoughts or suggestions in driving the engagement in the Singapore Dynamic Club in 2021? So Kulraj, unconsciously speaking, what are your thoughts, suggestions on driving more engagement within the club in 2021? Kulraj, take it away from here.
Yeah. First of all, thanks a lot for giving me this opportunity to the being part of this live. And I didn't give my intro. So myself, Kulraj Singh, I am from India, and I am a basically engineering student from University RT Kota, which is located in India. What question was asked to me like that, how we can drive more engagement in this all session on the Toastmaster. So I'll share something about this thing. Before engagement, the first word which came in my mind unconsciously, which is like a thing which is attraction. Because of without attraction, there is no engagement. If I am not attracted to this chat, not attracted to any topic, or not attracted to anyone, so there is no engagement. So first of all, we have to just think about attraction. If any participant of this whole session is attracted about a point of view, attracted about someone else, and attracted about the whole topic, then there is the engagement will also directly come. And the second thing, which is also engagement. So how to improve engagement, or how to we can make engagement in a lot of things. So there are four steps which I share as per my view. First is attraction, and second is engagement. For engagement, attraction is most important, and for engagement there is two things. Like that, if you want to make anyone to engage to the topic, so you have to just ask question during the whole word. We are not go on like that. There is a 20 people and we are talking to only two, and rest are just like doing taking as a office meeting or just as a yoga session. So we have to just talk with each and anyone. We have to ask question to each and anyone. And also, if someone want to raise hand, if someone want to ask any question during the session, then there is a systematic way have to be available like that. They may raise their hand, and it seems like to be a physical meeting. And third, which will also is useful for engagement, like that, not only engagement, interest should be created, because without interest we can't see result and effect. Because of the most important thing of this whole session is result, like that, how we can improve our English, how can we improve our communication skills, and etc. And there are different persons as told, like the president, and like that, someone from Asia, someone from Europe and America also. So the attraction, after attraction there is engagement, after engagement there is important thing which is interest, and after creating interest we can see result or effect. So that's all from my side, and thanks a lot for giving me the chance. That's all, I think.
Thank you very much. Indeed, great thoughts and a great speed as well. So I think you can take now a deep breath, because I think that was a high energy speaking. Really enjoyed, and wonderful in terms of sharing your thoughts and suggestions. Let's now go back to person who was nominated. So Harriet, are you ready? Do you want to take part? Because you've been nominated by Joanne. Oh, wonderful. So I request you to just unmute yourself, and I will bring up your topic. And so Harriet, unconsciously speaking, can you give your thoughts and suggestion on how does this club increase meeting attendance, which is what I say is diluting the Zoom fatigue, as a lot of people saying that yet another Zoom, and we have, probably 30 members or 50 members attending a meeting. So how do we drive more and more of our members and guests attend the meeting? So unconsciously speaking, Harriet, your suggestion and your thoughts.
Hi, everybody again. I'll reintroduce myself. I'm Harriet Russell. Today is my first day joining the group with you guys. I appreciate the nomination, and this is a very interesting question on how you can increase the meeting attendance. I am a person who, instead of just giving advice, especially on my first day, I like to take a step back, view, observe for a little while, see what's working and what's not working, because I think it's unfair to come from a point of a new perspective, first time when you guys been here already, for me to tell you what to do and how to improve it. I haven't really experienced what you guys have been doing for attendance. I came across you guys because I was in search of a Toastmasters. So I don't know what marketing or promotion you have done in the past to increase attendance. So I think unconsciously it's fair for me to come from a place of saying, do this and do that, when I haven't seen what you guys have already tried. I may be suggesting something that you've already tried and did not work, so it would be redundant to come to tell you how to improve it. However, I do hope that I will be here for the next few months and be consistent, so I can work together to see how we can improve the attendance. And I've always been conscious of how I present myself and what I say and what I do to make sure it's effective enough to cause a change. So I appreciate you guys nominating me on my first day. I'm nervous as heck doing this because I'm not really a public speaker, but I do appreciate the nomination and the opportunity to get my voice out. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Harriet, and appreciate your genuineness, but also with that, unconsciously, what we also take back is that you're going to attend the future meeting. So, if we don't get the suggestions, we also have a new member who's going to stick with us for few months. So that is wonderful to have as a commitment from you, and hope we make our club meetings that interesting that you feel coming back to the meeting. All right. The next one on my list is, as per my computer, it says Lee Buckley. So Lee, are you ready to face in your table topics?
Sure, Mr. Table Topics Master.
Perfect. That's the enthusiasm.
I've finished my holiday, so I'm ready to go.
All right. Then I am going to unconsciously ask you to tell us your thoughts and your suggestions on making more members in 2021 walk the path of pathways. What are your suggestions and your thoughts on how do we make more members of this club in 2021 walk the pathways? Lee Buckley, unconsciously speaking, your thoughts.
Thank you, Mr. Table Topics Master. Unconsciously speaking, from my experience, being a Toastmaster for 4 years now, I was a Toastmaster when the old system or the legacy system was still in place. And now it's Pathways. What I found at the beginning of Pathways was a lot of members still think of it as giving speeches. Pathways is not giving speeches. Pathways is doing projects, well, selecting different paths as to what you want to work on. For example, engaging humorously, or effective coaching, or motivational strategies. So these are specific projects for members to work on, and then you give your 5 to 7 minute speech to share aspects of those projects with the members as well as guests. So what my suggestion is, what I wanted to do is to enlighten members. Okay, so to consciously help them to realize that pathways is just like you enrolling in a course, for example. Okay, it's a course that you take that will help you to grow. And depending on the chosen area, you work out your goals, you work out your timing, and you work out your strategies as to how you want to attain the objectives. So my goal to help members is to make them realize what pathways is and to set up specific plans to achieve. So it's not just about giving speeches, but it's about a path to help them to improve themselves, whether it's their leadership or communication style. So ladies and gentlemen, okay, I do hope that I've shared some aspects of what pathways meant to you. But if you do have any questions, please feel free to ask. Back to you, Mr. Table Topics Master.
Wonderful, always engaging and exciting, and consciously the club president and the VP are listening to your unconsciously. So thank you for sharing that. My next, the computer is bringing in the name of Kanan. So Kanan, are you okay for sharing in? Your name has popped up. So do you want to participate in the table topics? Wonderful. You are on mute, but let me share with you what unconsciously your thoughts. So Kanan, unconsciously speaking, tell us your thoughts and suggestions on how do we get new members to the club. So unconsciously speaking, your thoughts, your suggestions on how do we get new members to the club. Consciously speaking, Kanan.
Thank you, Mr. Table Topics Master, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. As a VP membership in some of the clubs, and as I have performed VP membership in the past, I had my own plans for getting more members. Remember, because of the COVID, there are many online clubs, so it is a big challenge to get members to the online clubs because generally people want to meet with each other. The online has got a plus point to attract more members because they can work from the home, but there are, because of the availability of many online clubs, getting membership is very difficult. One, we can do the following method. One, we can have a robust agenda like what we have in Singapore Toastmasters. Number two, we can run a membership contest where this I have implemented in the clubs and it was very successful. Each member, when they bring a guest, they will get 1 point. When that guest become a member, the same person who brought that guest will get 2 points. At the end of the 6 months, whoever gets a maximum point will get a gift certificate from Toastmaster International for $25. This has worked out very well in the past for many clubs where I have initiated this, and that has added some of the members. But remember, only adding a member will not be helping you to be successful. You may need to make sure that when the guest comes and joins, there is somebody to handhold and somebody to make sure that they are welcome. This is like when a guest visited your house, how will you treat? The same way we need to treat the member. They need to be felt, at ease, and they need to be very happy. So fellow Toastmasters, I am positive that we can add more members and let us make the Singapore Toastmasters a great club again. Back to you, Mr. Table Topics Master.
Thank you very much, Kanan. The energy is always exciting for me when you speak. So thank you very much. And as I've said to all members before, while you unconsciously spoke, consciously the president and the VP have been noting these feedback out. All right. Moving on. My next, the computer is showing me the name of Gulden Akdemir. If I've got the pronunciation right, I'm sorry if I've spelled your name wrong, but is it Gulden? Yeah, all right. Now, thank you. And your topic is that unconsciously speaking, Gulden, your thoughts and your suggestions on getting more members sign up for roles. And when I mean roles, it's not just speaking roles, but all other roles as well. So unconsciously speaking, your thoughts and your suggestions on getting more members sign up for role. Gordon, over to you.
Thank you, Table Topic Master. This is something that I've spent so much time in Istanbul Toastmasters because we have a member base where members want to deliver speeches, but they are not keen on taking the roles. And many are afraid of taking the evaluator role because they don't want to upset the other person. So they don't like to criticize people. They just want to speak and go. But as we all know, to hold a successful meeting, we need all the roles to be filled. So what I do is, I've been doing this in the last 2 years as VP Education, and before that I was the secretary and I was doing this. I mean, first of all, I was begging people, but then that was too much work for every meeting. So I asked the president to make a short speech in every meeting to encourage people to take up roles. So by talking and talking, we tried to unconsciously accept them that they should take roles. Then we initiated a mentoring program in our club, and the mentors always told the mentees to start with small roles and then make their speeches. And after making 3 or 4 speeches, they should try the evaluator role. And after they finish level 1, they should take the TMOE role or the table topic master role. Otherwise, they cannot accelerate in the club. So that is, that has been quite useful. After trying for 2 years, I can now say that I don't need to push people anymore because they unconsciously take the roles. And second, the mentoring program helped a lot. People are encouraged to evaluate speakers. People are encouraged to take table topic master role or the TMOE role. So they are not just simple speakers anymore. But really, I tried a lot, and I hope you can use my experience in your club. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you very much. Indeed, some great suggestions and some great thoughts which came out unconsciously, and as we say, consciously, the president and the VP have taken the note of your suggestions. My last table topic for today, and the name that's come up of the Toastmaster of the evening. So Corey, it's showing up your name. Are you up for speaking?
Dheeraj want to participate in the table topic?
Okay.
Timer?
Yeah, of course. Dheeraj, yes, of course. So the last
I can help him to time the.
Yeah,
no, it's okay. It's okay. I like the
time.
It's okay, madam. I like the extra challenge of timing myself.
All right, brilliant. Then Dheeraj, the best one, the last one.
All right.
For you and Dheeraj, unconsciously speaking, and of course, consciously timing yourself. Tell us your thoughts and suggestions on making our weekly meetings or Toastmaster evening meetings more fun. So unconsciously speaking, but consciously timing yourself. Your thoughts and suggestions on making meeting more fun. Dheeraj, take it away.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Thank you, Table Topics Master. So making meetings fun. very clearly, I see that there is a very big age difference between what makes it fun for me, a 19-year-old, and what makes it fun for you guys, a bunch of middle-aged people. So what I think would make me things fun is something that you guys did for Christmas as well, like the karaoke night, but have it more of a regular occurrence, maybe a month, every other month or something along those lines. This is to encourage more of a team bonding exercise, and also we can have more of the cases of the just post discussions with after the meetings and whatnot, where everyone who doesn't have to rush off can just sit down and talk and whatnot. I'm not sure whether you guys do that, but that could be a thing as well, making meetings more fun. Having more audience interactions, because something I noticed with the table topics is it's very based on a specific role, and there is always a procedural, there is always a generated list that the table topics master used. So something like paying attention to the audience more and seeing who raises their hands and who volunteers more, that could be more useful in helping include the audience as well in your table topics. And lastly, what I would like to see to make meetings more fun is just different people taking different roles and seeing how different people can take different different appointment holding. Yeah, there you go. All right, thank you so much for your time. Back to you, Table Topics Master.
Thank you very much, Dheeraj. Two things. Very impressive was, of course, the speaker changing, being the timer itself. So absolutely amazing. And the other thing, on behalf of everyone, I would say that while consciously we may be elder in age, unconsciously we are just 2 years elder or 2 years younger to you. So everyone feels that either they are 17 or they are 21, and that's unconsciously speaking and pouring our hearts out. And all those people who are laughing and nodding and agreeing are all agreeing to me. So with that, being consciously mindful of the time, I forget the unconsciously, but consciously handing over the time back to the Toastmaster of the evening. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.
All right. Thank you, Hiran, for unconsciously bringing a short, relaxing meditation in the beginning and also facilitating us with a very energetic and engaging table topic session, as well as immerse us unconsciously in the meeting theme tonight. Awesome job. So may I get the timer report? I think, okay.
Sure. I've been noting it down in the chat. Let me just scroll up, please. Sure. So our first time, everybody spoke below time. No one overshot their times. Do you want me to say the individual timing as well?
I think we can see from the chat.
Sure.
So may we roll out a poly? Thank you. Let's have 20 seconds to vote for the best table topic speaker. All right, is the polling all in? Are we already collect all the vote? Okay, thank you, Alicia. Now we're supposed to have a 10 minutes break. So now it's 10 past 6 in Singapore time. Let's get back in 10 minutes. So it will be 10 past 16 in Singapore time. So let's have a short break and refresh yourself. See you soon. Okay, let's wait for
recording started.
Okay, I think now we can start moving on the next session, which is a prepared speech. Tonight is a very special night. We only have one speakers and one evaluators due to some unexpected change. So for our first speaker, he will be attempting, okay, is Kanan here? Let me check. Okay, so Kanan, you will be the first speaker. Is it okay? You can unmute yourself.
Yeah, I am ready. Just I want to put it, I want to give the speech standing, so I will just set it up.
Yeah,
That's all.
so Thomas, yeah. Yeah, so Thomas will be the evaluator for Canon. And yeah, that's for tonight, prepared speech session.
Yeah, I'm ready. When you are.
Okay. Thomas, are you ready?
Right. Question. Timing for the speech is 5 to 7, right?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, 5 to 7.
I'm ready too.
Okay. I'm more than ready. So for tonight, Canon will be attempting visionary communication level 5, demonstrating expertise reflect on your path. His evaluator will be a distinguished Toastmaster Thomas Jones, a passionate Toastmaster international trainer and speaker, one of the most excellent evaluator I have seen so far. And his unending energy with an on-point observation never stops surprise us. May I invite evaluator to share the purpose statement?
So here's something that I'm also going to surprise you. I don't have the evaluation form yet. So maybe Kana, you can share with us.
I'll share with you, Thomas, in WhatsApp. Okay.
Ever ready, Buckley? Okay, give me a moment.
Thank you.
Yeah, WhatsApp, right, Buckley?
Do you want me to?
Yes, WhatsApp. I'll send it to you now.
Oh, okay.
Thomas, do you want me to share this project detail?
Oh, no worries. I will share it. Buckley, you'll send me that. I will share it. Yeah, meanwhile, you can get yourself ready for action, you know?
No problem. Can I start or you want me to wait?
All right, wait, give me a moment while I read the objective. All right, so 2 purpose statements for this project. Firstly, the purpose of this project is for the member to reflect on his or her growth during the completion of an entire path. And secondly, the purpose of this speech is for the member to share some areas of his or her growth during the completion of a path. All the best and have fun, Kanan.
Thank you. The best evaluator, Thomas Chen, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and distinguished guests. During my journey on the visionary communication path, I want to bring it to you the 3 projects that was very close to me where I learned a lot. I'm going to share my experience of those 3 projects in a brief way. First, development of a communication plan. Very important point. When you are developing a communication plan, one important point is you should note the target audience and make sure that you tailor that plan to address their needs. Fellow Toastmasters, I was a person who made a mistake on that and learned from that. I'm going to share a real life incident from my workplace. I migrated from Sydney, Australia to USA. I was working as a senior program manager in IT. I was supposed to provide a detailed communication plan and to present it to the leadership board with vice president, senior directors, etc. I prepared the plan in Microsoft project, as some of the IT people may know, and then I presented. I presented first to my internal team and they say, Kanan, you did a great job. And then I presented to my client. My client was surprised. They said, Kanan, you are saying 3 days, but it is going to take 3 weeks. It is going to 3 months. I was totally confused. What are they talking? It's very clear because Microsoft project put the start date, end date, and the number of days. Everything is clear. And where was a gap there? Then I realized, okay, in US, they use month, date, year format, whereas I have been in Australia, I have been in India, I have been in Middle East, I have been in Far East, they use date, month, and year format. So all my project plan went for a toss. They were still thinking January. I was thinking, oh, it is 6th of January. They were thinking a different way. They were thinking in June. So that is where the gap. So when you are preparing a plan, make sure you are addressing the style, what the target audience need. That is the lesson learned. That is number one. I remember that. Number two, when you are communicating the change from the top down, from if some information has to be shared to your employees, you cannot have emotion. Fellow Toastmasters, I am going to share another incident. Once again, it's a real incident from my work. In 2002, most of the jobs in US were moving from USA to offshore. It went to India, it went to Philippines, it went to Singapore, to different places. I was in one of the project, healthcare. Some of the, in my project, it went to Philippines and in India. I was feeling bad because I was feeling there could be some of the people who may lose a job and some of the people will be moved to other places. I was feeling bad about that. When you are communicating that, you cannot have emotions. But I was very young. I was early 30s, so I have to move some of the. I have to make some decision to move some of the employees so that they don't lose the job, because if they lose the job, their family will be on the street. So I try to move them to other projects where they may not be happy, but at least they have a job. So I try to do the thing, but I learned in the end, you cannot have emotions while you are communicating the change from top down. That is number two. This is also, I learned it. I remembered when I was doing the project. Number three, I learned positive thinking. Positive thinking will help you in many ways. Fellow Toastmasters, I gave a detailed speech for 18 minutes about positive thinking. I think every one of you might have remembered the positive thinking will help you mentally, physically, and emotionally. Fellow Toastmasters, these are the things I learned. Just to close it, I also did one more project, naming conventions in different cultures. Many people ask me, Kanan, your name is Kanan Shankara. Your wife is having Kanan as her last name. Why is that? So I went and researched and picked 8 countries, and I showed how they are using the naming convention. Fellow Toastmasters, you will be surprised if you know how the naming convention is used in Brazil, how the naming convention is used in Spain, how the naming convention is used in India. Especially India is a big country. Western has a different different style, and southern states have got a different style. So I did that also for the benefit of the Toastmasters. In summary, I learned a lot, but 3 projects I could identify on the visionary communication is communicating the change. When you are communicating the change, do not have any emotions, especially if you are in the middle management. Number 2, when you are developing a communication plan, make sure the target audience are okay. Third and final, always have positive thinking. You will be definitely achieve success while you are having positive thinking. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster, Madam Toastmaster, sorry.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kanan Sankara, for giving us tips and advice on his previous learning experience, so that we could be wiser when we also facing the same situation. Great speech from Kanan Sankara. Thank you. So for tonight, evaluator Thomas Chen, do you need time to prepare the structured evaluation?
Yeah, I mean, we can just go ahead now.
Okay, you are awesome. So I will pass the stage to you.
All right, amazing day, ladies and gentlemen, especially to Kanan. So well done, Kanan. You have completed an entire pathway. What an amazing feat. And to take it a step further, he has shared with us some of his valuable insights and learning from this pathway itself. So what did he do excellently in this first speech of his? So firstly, what I would like to say, it was his well-organized content. Right? He shared with us that he gets 3 specific learnings which he had from the pathway. And not only that, take it a step further by showing the applications of these learnings to his real life scenarios. Learning such as developing a communication plan, positive thinking, as well as some other learnings. And this really helped us to relate and resonate with him better, because we connect the dot between Toastmasters and real life applications. When we are able to connect the dot, we know that this movement is truly essential and important in helping us to increase our quality of life. Secondly, he spoke with absolute confidence and conviction, because he has truly benefited from the Toastmasters movement. He has truly benefited from this pathway, and he is so convinced by the power of it, and we can see from his delivery. He spoke in a voice that's resounding and refreshing. He developed strong eye contact, and he has an open gestures. All of these are signs of confidence. And when he's confident, we feel more assured and affirmed by what he's going to share. We truly know that he has benefited from this movement itself. Now, Kanan, how can we bring this amazing speech of yours to the next level so that it can be a beautiful masterpiece? So firstly, Kanan, what I encourage you to do is to develop and define a strong call to action for us. What is that call to action you want us to take away from your speech? Is it to practice more public speaking? Is it to use this pathway which you have so that we can be better communicator? Or is it to have stronger applications of Toastmasters in our life? What are the call to actions which you want us to take action on right after your speech? Secondly, you can consider to weave in more emotional words so that you can elevate the emotional connections you have with us. So for example, previously you were not a confident speaker, you were hesitating on stage, you were stammering and everything. Then you can show us that you are really very anxious on stage, that you are feeling very scared and that you are not able to do a good job. By doing so, we can really connect with you on that emotional level, and we are able to visualize and internalize how you felt at that point in time, right? And finally, show that amazing transformation, how you transform from who you were to who you are right now. What are the specific transformation? Confidence, leadership, clarity, show it all so that you can impact and inspire us to emulate you. So in summary, congratulations, Kanan, insightful lessons, confident delivery. Do consider to share with us a call to action which we can relate to, transformation, and I'm sure that you will certainly be a masterful speaker. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Wow, that was a very comprehensive and excellent evaluation from Thomas Jones. Somehow he doesn't need time to curate his speech. It shows how experienced he is. Not only Kanan, but sure we can all learn from Thomas' tips and advice on his evaluation delivery. So for tonight, since we only have one prepared speech and also one evaluation, we can move to the next session, which is, let me see. Oh, Alicia. Okay, we can have a time break for another 10 minutes. Okay, shall we will back at 10:41 p.m. See you soon.
Lee.
Oh, so good to see you after a long time.
Okay. All right. Hope everybody is refreshed after the break. Last session, we will hear from our grammarian, how is the language usage and evaluation, Angela Lansbury. Angela is an author of 20 books, including 2 on quotation, which you can see on the Amazon and lulu.com. She also has a travel blog, travel with Angela Lansbury /blogspot.com. She teach English and business English online and give workshop. So welcome, Angela Lansbury. I think you're muted.
Hello.
Hi.
Ah, just a moment, 1 second. I would now like to share my screen. Wait a minute. I've lost you. I've lost the whole screen. Hold on a moment. Can you see my screen?
Not yet.
Is Willie there? Can Willie share screen with me?
Okay, you're allowed to share screen now.
Ah, I've got you back. Wait a minute. I can't share my screen. I don't know what's happened. Can you do something else for 2 or 3 minutes? I'll have to call for help.
I wish we have humor.
Okay, I'll do it without the slides then. Good evening, everybody. I am very conscious of the fact that I ought to have these slides to show you, but I can read them out and tell you everything you need to know. First of all, the word of the day, conscious. You were excellent. I think this is the best evening we've ever had for use of the word of the day, used in so many ways. To give just a few examples, Willie used it numerous times in his opening speech, but I think the word was his idea in the first place. Hiran was absolutely staggering. He used the word 11 times, and he used it as a pair. He used it as unconsciously speaking and consciously speaking. Now, I'm a little puzzled about this because to me, unconsciously speaking would be muttering to yourself without noticing that you were speaking. And I'd almost rather have used the word as perhaps spontaneously speaking or some other word, and used consciously and unconsciously in a different context. But anyway, it was very good to use the word of the day. We also heard conscious from Harriet, unconsciously by Goulden, and consciously by Lee Buckley. Toastmaster of the Day, Corey, used both. Plinio used it in the chat, which is unusual to see the word of the day used in the chat. He talked about being an unconsciously bad singer. So that was really good. Well done. Now, in addition to that, what did I think was good? Positive words. From herein we heard an alliteration, sizzling and spicy. From Joan, we heard a very positive word about bonding, which she used several times. From Canan, we heard a robust agenda. And then Joan, when she was chatting away to us, talked about wonderful workshops. Now, let me give you some tips on how to improve your English. There were some missing verbs. I heard somebody say, what did he did? It should be, what did he do? And I heard connect the dot. Connect the dot with what? It should be connect the dots. I also heard somebody say ting when they should have said thing. So perhaps you could all practice saying th. Three, can you all practice three? Three things. I'm thinking of three things. What else did I hear? I heard the missed out of country names. Now, the odd thing is, Ukraine is Ukraine, not the Ukraine. I was told that. Ukraine. However, we talk about the USA and the Philippines. What else did I notice? A and the. Somebody said the positive thinking. You don't need the in positive thinking because positive is an adjective. But to be better communicator, you need a. So it is to be a better communicator. Now let's go back to some jolly stuff. Alliteration. Canan used handhold. Then I heard exciting energy from Thomas, and Thomas said confidence, and I missed the other word. Something else began with a C. He also talked about assured and affirmed and develop and define. Well done to Thomas. Names. Now I'm slightly puzzled. To me, Joan, spelled Joan, is pronounced Joan. And in English and in French, Joanne would be spelled Joanne, and it comes from the French. So if her name is spelled Joan, when everybody in England and in France is going to call her Joan, you can call yourself whatever you like and spell it however you like and vary it, but it will cause confusion if you go to Britain and France. So I thought you should be aware of that. Now, another quick tip for you is third and thirdly. If something is number 3 on a list, it is the third item on the list. However, if you're telling people to do things, firstly, do this, secondly, do that, thirdly, do something else, because the adjective is on its own. So quick is an adjective. Add ly to make an adverb. Quickly or thirdly is an adverb. Finally, I would like to say how thrilled I was when I saw that Corrie had used the word of the day as part of her background. I wish I'd thought of doing that. I thought it was excellent. Well done. Something for us all to remember. She did it consciously, and I've unconsciously remembered it, and I hope I will consciously do it. Back to you. Well done, Corrie, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you so much, Angela, for a very detailed report and observation during the whole meeting process. Now we come to an end. I will announce the best table topic speaker. Drum roll. The best table topic speaker will be Dheeraj. Congratulations, Dheeraj. Okay, so since we only have one speaker and one evaluator, automatically they will be the best speaker and evaluator, Canon and Thomas. Thank you to be present. And now we will come to an end. So I will pass the stage to Willie Low for a closing statement.
Madam Toastmaster of the Day, I will do the closing on behalf of the club president. Yeah.
Thank you, Bakri.
Yeah. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, have you enjoyed yourself tonight? Consciously or unconsciously? Yeah. That's great to hear. Before I deliver the closing address, perhaps if we could hear from some of the members or guests as to what your key takeaway was from tonight's meeting. Let's start with Plinio. Sorry, Plinio, you're right in front of me, so I've got to pick on you. What's your key takeaway from tonight's meeting?
Oh my God, I'm loving this. Guys, this is globalization. I am in Brazil. I can see Angela with a very lovely British accent. People from different countries in the world, different accent. I am in love in your group. You're very, very good. I have something to tell to Courage because I am Brazilian and my English is not that good. That's why I am here. I am new in this field. It's just been 3 months I am a Toastmasters and I'm learning. I am a baby on napkins. I'm crawling. And besides being very, very shy, and I really am. In the first contacts, I don't know even what to say most of the time. And learning English is listening to everybody. So every accent is very welcome to me because I really, really want to learn English. I know I can speak. I'm not a bad speaker. The problem is my ears. I cannot understand everything. I understood everything that Angela said. And most of you, everybody is very good speaker. I just have problem to understand Courage because he's very fast at all. So that's not an advice because who am I to advise you, Courage? But try to speak, try to slow down. Think you are talking and you are teaching your kids, your baby kids, and they are learning, you must speak very, very slow. When you go down, the problem to us, guys like me who lives in Brazil, and I'm not a beginner in English, but I'm trying to understand, I'm trying to learn everything. That's why my group, and although I belong to a group in the United States, those guys speak Portuguese. They are all Brazilian, most of them. And sometimes I ask them to improvise a reunion, a meeting in English. And that's why I am looking for one that I could fit in. And maybe you sometimes. So thank you by the opportunity. You are very lovely, very, very beautiful people. And I'm really glad to be here. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you, Plinio. It was great having you here. Next time, perhaps, you could prepare some homemade beijinho or brigadeiro, perhaps. Yeah. I'm just kidding. It's some Brazilian dessert that I was talking to Plinio about, brigadeiro and beijinho. What about Linda? How do you feel tonight, Linda?
Hello, it's actually almost 7 a.m. my time. I'm sorry I missed table topics, so I missed the beginning of your meeting, but the speech was good. It's nice seeing people from all over the world. and a fellow Portuguese person. I am Portuguese through blood only. My dad and mom are from Portugal. I love the language. I wish I knew more. All I know how to say is thank you, which is obrigada, obrigada or obrigado, depending on feminine or masculine. And there are a few other words, but I'm not quite awake yet. So Portuguese is a beautiful language, and I do love listening to different languages. I wish I knew more of my own. Other than that, this meeting was good. It was very well presented, handled, and I enjoyed it. Thank you.
That's great. It was great having you too, Linda. Mike. Welcome, Mike. How did you find tonight's meeting?
Me? Oh, thank you. Yeah, I learned lots of new words and some different accent. I need to learn more. That's all. Thank you.
You're welcome to join us every Friday night, Singapore time, 9 p.m. start. And it was great having you tonight as well. And before I move on to the members, let's say Courage. Since Plinio picked on you, so I have to give you an opportunity, right? No, I'm just kidding.
Sorry, Lee, I was writing down some here and I didn't understand your words.
Oh, that's all right.
Did you address me?
No. I said since you talked about Courage, so I'm giving him an opportunity to say something. That's all.
Yeah.
But you see, you were an active listener because you heard your name.
Yeah, that's why. I was addressing a commentary to Linda. Maybe she could participate. She could join our meeting. It occurs every Monday in United States. It's 7 p.m. every Monday. I can send you my email if you are interested, Linda. That would be a pleasure, but it's in Portuguese.
The only thing is I wouldn't understand what you were saying.
I am inviting you, Linda, to be part of our meeting. This group is in the United States, in Florida, but all guys speak in Portuguese. And maybe you could improve your Portuguese. And you may speak in English if you want. If you are interested, I can send you my email. The guys would love to have you, and all of you who speak Portuguese.
Great. Thank you, Plinio. Let's say, sorry, Courage. Would you like to say something, Courage? We'll come back to Courage. Golden.
Thanks. I have to say I enjoyed the meeting a lot. And I have to add that I envy the friendly atmosphere in your club. Our club is quite formal, and during the breaks, we don't talk at all. And people just read mails and things like that. And I noticed that during the two breaks, almost all of you chatted in a friendly way, in a warm conversation. And I really enjoyed it. And I just want to have similar atmosphere in our club. So I hope you keep this spirit and the friendship and this being together, the positive part of being together. So congratulations and good evening.
Thank you, Golden. Yes, and please, you're more than welcome to join us every Friday night as well, Singapore time, Friday night, that is. Yeah. Thank you, Golden. Edith. Would you like to say something, Edith?
Hi.
Hi.
Yes. Hi, thank you so much for having me. And I thoroughly enjoyed, especially the first part of the meeting for the table topic. It was, as a VPM, I learned quite a few, or I picked up a few details from that session so that I can also implement in my club. And yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed the meeting, and I will try and visit as much as possible, because at the moment I'm at home because of COVID. So when it's work time, it might clash with my working hours. But as long as I'm at home, I will definitely join you guys. Thank you.
That's great. Thank you, Edith. And again, we're more than happy to see you again next Friday.
Okay.
If you're home, that is, oh, you have time. Thank you. And Abu Bakar, are you there, Abu Bakar or Coolraj?
Yeah,
Hello, Abu Bakar. Yes,
hi there. Sorry, my video keeps going off. I keep getting interrupted.
that's all
But
right.
I had fun, really. I enjoyed myself. I really enjoyed the fact that consciously and unconsciously, I never really thought about it this way, but that was my key takeaway. Really, I learned a lot. And then the table topics, they were really carefully crafted. I was taking notes because I was learning a lot. I'm the secretary of my club, so I get to implement some of the things that you mentioned. It was really impressive. And then the speech, wow, this, was it Canon? Is that correct? Is he a DTM? Because that's,
Yes, he is.
oh, that explains it. That was incredible. I really enjoyed the speech. And then the evaluation as well. That was really, I mean, maybe subsequently we can invite some of you guys to come do evaluations in our club, because you guys are really good. I really enjoyed myself. And lastly, I just want to appreciate the fact that people from so many parts of the world are here in the meeting, so it's really amazing. Someone from Brazil, someone from the US, it's incredible. The world is one global village, and I can see it here. So really keep it up, guys. Well done.
That's great. Thank you, Abu Bakar. And like I say, you're more than welcome to come and join us again. And it was great having you here tonight as well. Consciously or subconsciously, I think all of us have some key takeaway from tonight's meeting. For example, usually we consciously do something, or for example, if we're on a diet, we consciously select food that is healthy, that's less fatty, for example. But what we want to do is develop ourselves to a state where we unconsciously do things. So we do things without even realizing. For example, if we've developed good eating habits, we don't have to consciously think, avoid chips, avoid fatty food. We will unconsciously do that. Yeah. And so what we want to do is, like I said, help everyone to develop ourselves to a state where we can unconsciously do things as well, in a positive way, of course. Yeah. Thank you, everyone, for a great night tonight. Before I close the meeting, does any of the members, would you like to add, or give some comments from tonight's meeting? No. Excellent. Okay. What we should do is, sorry, I don't have the Tibetan music with me, but so I would have loved to close off with the Tibetan music. But have a great morning, afternoon, evening, everyone. Have a fantastic weekend and a fantastic week next week. And we will see you same bad time, same bad channel next week. Good night, everyone.
Thank you, Lee Buckley, for such a very good closing and sharing on the conscious and unconscious topic.